Yes, students, in the previous lecture, we studied the poem The Bangle Sellers written by Sarojini Naidu. We read about the poem and how bangles are the symbol of joy and a token of radiant lives. This we read in the previous poem. Now we have some exercises at the end of the poem. We have phonemic transcription of the words. So the words before us are beer. Beer. Here R is silent. Then delicate. 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 Simple. This is simply transcribed. Then we have suckles. Here also R is silent. Suckles with sound S at the end of the word. Suckles. Daughters. 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 R is silent. Daughters. Okay. Mountain. Mountain. This is simply transcribed. Stream with badi E. Stream. Bridal. This is bridal. Tender. Tender. R is again silent. Laughter. 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 R is silent. Purple. 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 R is again silent in the middle of the word. Okay. These were phonemic transcriptions. Hope you are practicing these words and you will now understand how the words are written and moreover how the words are spoken correctly. Okay. This you are learning how to speak the words accurately. Now we have an exercise on synonyms. Okay. First of all, the word before us is maiden. Maiden. Maiden is a virgin. Virgin girl. Maiden. Tinkling. Tinkling, which rings. Ringing. Luminous. Luminous is shining, which shines. Midway. Middle. Middle. Okay. Fair. Fair is beautiful. Cleaves. Cleaves is that clings, attached. Cleaves. Then we have antonyms. Luminous. Luminous is shining and the opposite of luminous is dull. Okay. Tranquil. Tranquil is peaceful and the opposite of this is noisy. Noisy. Glory. Infamy. Glory. Infamy. Tender. Tender. The opposite of tender is rough. Rough. Sunlit. Sunlit. That is bright. The opposite of sunlit is dark. Faithful. Faithful. The opposite of faithful is disloyal. Okay. These were the few words for antonyms. Now we have very short answer questions based on the poem that we have done, that is The Bangle Sellers written by Sarojini Naidu. Okay, the first question before us is, who has written the poem The Bangle Sellers? Okay, the poem is written by Sarojini Naidu. What are the shining loads? Shining loads. Loads are weight. Weight. Loads is weight. The bangles are the shining loads. Bangles. Who is maiden referred to in the poem? In the poem, the maiden is she who wears silver and blue bangles. She is a virgin girl. She will wear silver and blue bangles. What color do you think would appropriately describe heart's desire? Heart's desire. Red color will be appropriate for heart's desire. This is burning red color, hot red color. Whom does her refer to in the line 15 of the poem? Her refers to a bride who is going to be married. Where do the buds stream? The buds stream on the banks of a stream. Okay, buds. Where do they bloom? The buds bloom near the banks of the stream. Which bangles are appropriate for a bride on her bridal morn? What color of bangles does a bride wear on her bridal morning? The bangles, which are like fields of sunlit corn, they are bright yellow, are appropriate for a bride on her bridal morning. Okay? Yellow bright color. What sound do these bangles produce? These bangles produce a tinkling sound. Okay? What does the poet mean by women who has journeyed through life midway? These are the women, the poet means to say, the middle-aged women who have spent half of their lives. They are called middle-aged women. How is the middle-aged woman in this poem blessed? She is blessed with fair sons. She is married. She has produced sons. That is why she is called a blessed woman. With whom has the middle-aged woman in the poem prayed? She has worshipped the gods with her husband. Okay? Since she has produced, she has given birth to sons, and she has spent half her life in performing her household duties, and now she has the right to sit by her husband and worship the gods. What are the circles of light? The bangles are the circles of light, round circles of light. Where there are the bangle sellers going? They are going to a fair near the temple. A fair is going to be held near the temple. They are going to sell their bangles near the temple. Who is the maiden referred to in this poem? The maiden is an unmarried girl. Who will buy these bangles? Maidens, that is young unmarried girls. Brides, the ladies, the girls who are going to be married soon. And mature women. These three types of women will buy their bangles. Okay? Then, why are the bangle sellers going to the temple fair? Then we have again this question, why are the bangle sellers going to the temple fair? The bangle sellers are going to the temple fair in order to sell their bangles. They want to sell their bangles, that is why they are going to the temple fair. They have loads of bangles on their heads. They are carrying their bangles on their heads. Then, what is the apprehension in their minds? How do they feel when they are going to the temples? What are doubts in their minds? The bangle sellers are going to the temple fair. They want to sell their bangles there. There is the apprehension in their minds as to who will buy their bangles. Who will buy these bangles? The bangle seller has many kinds of bangles. These bangles are for happy daughters and happy wives. Some bangles are for maidens. Some kind of bangles are for newly wedded brides. There are also bangles for middle-aged women. Okay? These types of people will buy the bangles. Why does the poet call the bangles token of radiant lives? Bangles are worn by women of all ages. They are shining, bright. They are the symbol of joy for them. That is why the poetess calls these token of radiant lives. Explain the phrase journeyed through life midway. The bangle seller says that some bangles are fit for the middle-aged women. They have crossed almost half their lives. They have spent their lives in looking after their children, performing their household duties, and taking care of their husbands. Okay? These were some of the small question answers based on this poem. Then we have some long answer type questions like, what is the theme of the poem Bangle Sellers? Okay, we have already done in the poem. The theme is a picture of traditional Indian womanhood. The poetess presents a picture of traditional Indian womanhood. The colors of the bangles are symbolic. The white and blue colors of bangles are suggestive of purity and innocence of Indian girls before marriage. Purity and innocence of Indian girls before their marriage. So, blue and white color for them. At the time of her marriage, she is flushed with happiness. So, the color of the bangles is also golden red and shining. Okay, her heart's desire is fulfilled, but she is also sad at leaving her parental home. That is why there is reference to bridal laughter as well as bridal tears. An Indian woman's life is said to have been fulfilled only when she has produced sons and lived her life as a loving mother and a devoted wife. The task itself is golden in value because she has performed her duties honestly. She has done a great work, and so that is the color of bangles of a middle-aged woman, golden color. She can now wear the golden colored bangles. Okay, this was the theme of the bangle sellers. Then we can have a question on a note on the bangles meant for a bride. What color of bangles will a bride wear? Some bangles are meant for a bride. She wears them on a wedding day. These may be of golden color or red color. They are similar in color to the colored cornfields lit up with rays of the sun. Others are as red as the flame of the marriage fire. Some bangles have the gaudy color and deep as the bride's love. These bangles produce a tinkling musical sound. The poetess compares the sweetness and clarity of this sound to the laughter of the bride. And the tenderness of the tinkling bangles is compared to the delicacy of the bride's tears. Okay? This is how we can say how the bangles are meant for a bride. Then describe the bangles meant for a middle-aged woman. Okay, the poet has described how a middle-aged woman will wear the bangles. Bangles meant for middle-aged women will be of purple color, and some can be of grey color with golden streaks running on them, with golden lining running on them. These bangles are said to be meant for middle-aged women. These women have given birth to sons. They have brought them up carefully, bestowed love on them, and cradled them. They have led a fruitful life. They feel proud of this fact and this act. So, they can now wear this type of bangles, grey and golden, purple golden. They are loving mothers, devoted wives. Okay? Therefore, the colors of their bangles are suited for that kind of lives they have led. Okay? Then, the style of the poem. How does the poetess write the poem? We can say the poem is a lyric. Okay, she has written in an ornamental style the poem, and the poem is marked by a sweet melody, a touch of romance, and vision of rainbow colors. The colors used are symbolic. Silver, blue, and pink and red colors are meant for young girls. Some mature colors are meant for young brides. Dark and deep colors like purple and grey are more suited to elderly married women. The poem is filled with beautiful similes and metaphors. Okay? The images are loaded with hidden meanings. There are images with hidden meanings. A maiden's bangles are pure and fresh like buds and newborn leaves. Okay, a bride's bangles are like ripe fields. Okay, this suggests bride's youthfulness. Middle-aged woman has fruitful bride pride at having produced fruits. Fruit are their sons. This type of questions you can have. Then beauty and significance of bangles. It is the same that we have already done. Beauty and significance of bangles, the color of bangles, okay, how the bangle sellers are going to the temple fair in order to sell their bangles, the bangles fit for the wrists of maidens, okay, and their colors, the bangles fit to be worn by a bride and their color, okay, the bangle fit for middle-aged women, and the bangles prescribed for them and their color. Now we can have a question regarding, okay, this type of question we can have on this poem. Describe any two festival where bangles hold special significance. Okay, describe any two festivals in India that are celebrated in India where bangles hold special significance. So, we know that bangles for an Indian women do hold a special significance, and bangles are of many colors, and bangles are worn by Indian women every day and on every special occasion. Then we can say the important festivals when it is a must to wear bangles. The festivals are, one can be Tej and the other can be Karwa Chauth. Okay, Tej is a monsoon festival in North India. This is a festival considered auspicious to wear green bangles. Okay, married women celebrate this festival. The bangles are a symbol of happiness and prosperity. In the same way, Karwa Chauth is another festival which is most important for the women in North India. It has a lot of emotional value attached to it. Women observe a fast for the long life of their husbands and dress up for like a bride. It is considered auspicious to buy new glass bangles on this day. Green and red bangles are generally worn on this auspicious day that is celebrated by married women. So we can say that on Tej festival that is celebrated in the monsoon season, and the Karwa Chauth festival which comes near Diwali are the two festivals where women wear bangles, which are very important for women of India, and the bangles too are very important. They do wear bangles on these festivals. Then we have one more question, that is fill in the blanks. Okay, fill in the blanks with appropriate words based on a close reading of the poem. Okay, the first sentence before us is the bangles which the poet finds fit for the maiden's wrist are of dash and dash color. Maiden, we know for a maiden's wrist, the poetess has described the colors as silver and blue. Then some bangles are fresh like buds growing on the tranquil is peaceful, growing on the tranquil banks of the stream flowing through the woods. Okay, the bangles that a bride wears on the morning of her wedding are like dash, brightened by the dash, are like flame, brightened by the heart's desire. Okay, the bride is full of passions. There are so many desires in her heart. Then, so the weddings are like flames brightened by the heart's desire. Some bangles reflect the kind of glow that is normally found on dash leaves. Some bangles reflect the kind of glow that is normally found on, glow is found on newborn leaves. The poetess has given the symbol of leaves, newborn leaves. They have a glow, a kind of glow on them. Okay. Then we have already done a question on use of alliteration, similes, metaphors, and the rhyme scheme. Okay. This we have done in the poem as well. Sarojini Naidu was one of the important poetess of India, we can say. The Bangle Sellers is one of her famous poems. Okay. The poetess has made good use of alliteration, similes, metaphors, rhyme schemes, and repetitions in the poem. Alliteration is a poetic device in which the consonant sounds of words are repeated. The poetess uses words like delicate, bright, repetition of T sound, lustrous tokens, repetition of S sound. The poetess has made use of repetition of words in the poem. She repeats the word happy in the 6th line and the word bridal in the 12th line of the poem. She makes use of similar, for example, blue as the mountain mist, flushed like the buds, and some are like fields. The poetess makes use of metaphors. The bangles have been called rainbow tinted colors of light and lustrous tokens of radiant lives. The rhyme scheme of poem is fast, the last word of every line with the last word of the next line. Okay? It rhymes. The use of these poetic devices increase the effect and beauty of the poem. So, we can say how she has used the alliteration, simile and metaphors in her poem, The Bangle Sellers. These are the possible questions that can be asked on this poem. Hope now you will be able to solve all these questions. You will learn all these questions when you go through the poem. Okay? That's all. Thank you.